So you already saw that, to identify a course, you need to make sure it's an ODL course for tutors. There should be the current semester 2/2022. Okay. And if I click on a course, you should be able to see somewhat similar of the page and the setting. Okay. I'm gonna take the one that Ms. Jasmine prepared. Place communication. So from here, you were able to see that Ms. Jasmine has posted on welcoming the students to the course, right? And actually, she has made a number of posting over time, and this is the latest one. Inside the any course, there will be announcement. There will be course navigator. This course navigator tracks your individual completion on the topics inside the courses. And also we have a course calendar which gets updated if the course lead wants to create an event for the class, for the course. They can do that. And also there's a library search within every courses that we have in FlexLearn. So for example, if you want to any topic on communications, and just search, and you'll be rerouted to our Expo course and WOU's library. Okay, you need not sometimes feel, if you need to go back to the landing page and go to the external online link, go to the library, you can actually search the online resources from within the course, right? So, all right, let me try to um, brief you about the course navigator. Often times that we do receive um, feedback from tutors saying that I don't know why, for some reason, um, all the course navigator for my viewing is 0. Why is that? I did view, but actually in order for the navigator or the percentage to go up, you need to do just viewing is not enough. There should be an activity that you have to maybe participate in order to get the completion. Okay. So this is a live course which I will try not to tamper with. So I have a sample course here. Okay. You can see that the tutor's contact here is 0. Why is it 0? Because there are no posting from the tutor. Okay. So in order to pull up or make sure that your participation is being counted, okay, so you can, if a tutor is assigned to classes, you have to select all section assigned to me. Say my contact number, and can choose to subscribe or not to posting, and you can also add any attachment if you want. Okay. And if no, you just post. And the same message or posting will be sent to both tutorial class. We've done that. Now go back to the page for the course, and you can see from 0 we have completed 100%. The same goes for the other topics. And do not worry, because this is your own personal tracking, right? So this is how your participation gets tracked, right? And of course, you also get tracked when you are viewing some kind of content that the course lead has prepared, and by reading all this, it will help the percentage in your participation. Is 42.9%. Okay. So this is just tracking whatever participation you have on the course. Okay. But if I think to get a better view of the content, I will always suggest that you go and click on the content link here, so that you have a better view of the structure within the course. Okay. So everything here is pretty standard. You will have an online class link that you have to post the link for your tutorial class to your students. You have the tutor's contact, which will be monitored too by your course lead, and also have your normal online discussion. You can discuss with the course lead, and your students can have a discussion with you. There's also a forum on preparing assignment and exam, right? And all of this content that our team from COLE has prepared for Miss Jasmine. Okay. It's quite comprehensive here, so you'll be able to read it online. And this is the HTML. It's very colorful and easy on the eyes to read it while you go online, right? And I think one of the most important items is the course assessment that students will rush through whenever the semester begins. So this is where they find the assignments, and should be able to download it. Okay, and either download using this button, or actually click on the link here that is just already created. Right? Okay, and we do have still the guide for tutors, which is hidden from students, so you can have conversation or discussion with your course lead or maybe fellow tutors, right? So right now, we're just gonna go switch over to the discussion. So if you see the navigation, the top part is pretty standard. It doesn't change at all. The navigation here is somewhat standard, but it's different from the landing page that I showed you before, because you have content, discussion, and quizzes. So these are all quick links for you to use, because whatever discussion that you may have is actually in the content. But when you click on this discussion, it will give you an overview of all the discussions that you have inside the course. Okay? You can see from here you have at least 5 discussions for the course. All right. And this part is important to note because of the platform changes that we've made since last year. So a lot of tutors will, a lot of tutors did ask and say, I don't know, there's no reply button. Okay, so how do we notice that we need to read or reply a discussion? Okay, first and foremost, it's interesting because if you see the first forum and the second forum, you may be able to see. Let me try to zoom in. There's a line here. There's a blue line here. So whenever you see there's a blue line and there's another indicator here, it means there's something, there's a new posting that you have not seen. All right. So you can either do it this way and go in step by step and look at it. Okay. So again, if you notice just now, there was a blue line at high or right now. After you have clicked on it, the line will the blue line be offset and it's considered that you have read or have viewed. So whenever you want to post anything, you need to click a few times. Can a lot of people do a mistake and say, okay, I've seen it, I don't know, there's no reply button. Yes, there is, but we need to click one more step here and then we get to see the reply to the thread, right? So it's there. So the one that, I mean, this is just viewing, but not replying. You can see the blue line over at the end is no longer there. So when it's no longer there, it's considered you have read the post. So you can see no more indicator of unread posting. So again, similarly, what you can do is click on the number and it will bring you same thing. But if you want to offset it, just make sure the line goes off. How do I, if let's say you just want to read, okay, read all this and no, you don't want to reply, you just want to read it. Okay. So what you do is that make sure that mark post all as read. Okay, all the posts are unread. One, and when you go back, on, right? So this is what the discussion uh, forum works in our new platform, right? that. Let me go back to my slide. So all of this will be shared with you after, I think, after we edit the recording and prepare the link for you. Okay. So again, I've covered this and I've indicated that, pay attention to the blue line and the number that you can click. Okay. And I've showed you on posting to multiple classes. Now we are going through the class list and class progress, right? So all of you have classes. Depends on how many classes you have. I've tagged this demo tutor account to classes. So actually you can choose which of the class you want to view, and you can see, this student. So what you can do here is that you can view the student, you can select the student, and can send an instant messaging if you want to keep the communication line open. Okay. And your course is, of course, in every tutorial class. You can do that, and you can also view progress for the student from the class list, right? You can see an overall progress. This person you have not yet in. So let me try and see if you can find any student have showed some progress. Okay. We have one student, Amira, has completed 2%, and you can actually uh, go and find out, specify where did Amira go. And of course, they will, at the beginning of semester, this is where the students will visit to get their assignment. They can zoom that, and from here also you can see only 2 visits, and actually the time, yeah, is the realized visit, so everything is there. And similarly, whatever you see in the class list is because we are using the class list to zoom in on Amira. So on overall, you can actually click on the class progress and you can see an overview of their progress. Okay. So bear in mind, you have to take note that sometimes you don't see anything here, but actually login is not logged in throughout the semester. It's a monthly login. So if let's say Amira did not log in next month, so probably you can see there are no login. But actually she have logged in probably the last time she logged in, yeah, in May, okay. But maybe in June she never logged in, so you will not be able to see. Like you will just say no login. But you can see her frequency of login from the login history. Yeah. Okay. But this is on a different course. So only for this course, I think. Right. So, okay. I'm just going to go jump into another course on decision making. But for this course, uh, Christian Bimbing sometimes provide a mock quiz for the students before they attempt the, the real quiz. So as a tutor, you are able to preview the quiz and can start attempting, and you are able to see questions here on the preview. And don't worry, it won't be recorded because it's just a preview. And I think in helping the student, you might want to tell them to read the instructions properly, because there are times we notice that the student thought that the quiz is open at all times. You know, if I do the attempt uh, now, let's say by 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm going back. I can continue my attempt after my dinner. So that is not right, because sometimes we have time allowed is like 1 hour. So it will expire, and the quiz will, I mean, not all questions will be answered. Okay. So you have to guide the student and say, read the the instructions properly, but you will have a preview on how a student can see how the quiz is being displayed. Okay, so for now, this is the basic uh, features that I'm sharing with you for, for this session.